Okay, we're go ahead and record. So, thank y'all for joining this Zoom tonight. I know that it's a sacrifice to take time out of your day to join something like this, and take the time that you need to learn more about your business, and it's so important. And I can honestly say that stuff like this and making time for things like this is what has gotten me to where I am today. There are so many things that I've learned through the trainings that Susan's done or videos that I've found on YouTube that I just I didn't know anybody's name. I didn't know leaders in the company. So literally just Googled or like YouTube's like random like it works stuff. And I just found different leaders who I fell in love with and started watching their videos, and their training videos seriously have helped me so much. I have a whole binder full, like with a section full of tips that I've learned from videos like this, just taking notes because it's seriously so beneficial. So, obviously these team trainings that we have, super important, but feel free to do this kind of stuff on your own time too. Either look through my YouTube channel or Susan's YouTube channel, or I can give you a couple of different names at the end if y'all want to, of some different leaders who I personally love. I love their YouTube stuff. I follow them on Facebook, that type of thing. So that's another thing I want you to do is in the middle of this, if you have a question about anything that I'm talking about, if you want me to stop and like talk about it slower or explain it more, or if you have any questions at the end about something that I didn't talk about and you want me to talk about it, write it down, jot it down, ask me in the middle, ask me at the end, whatever. But seriously, ask me questions because I really, really want you to. Like, I love answering questions from people who genuinely want to learn. And obviously, you're all on here, so all of you do. So seriously, think about your questions. If you think about it and you're like, well, I don't want to ask right now, jot it down. Don't forget. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you as best as I can because, like, Instagram's kind of hard to show you on the computer. But we're going to do a little Instagram training and a little Facebook training, and then just a couple of different, like just maybe 3 quick tips for you about some stuff that I do with my business. And hopefully these tips will help you. Obviously, my business is not perfect, so I'm continually growing. That's why I can continue to do these Zoom trainings and stuff because I'm always learning new things through the events that they have through It Works. The It Works use the One Team, One Mission, or through the trainings that I do on my own time. So first I'm going to talk about how to find new people to add on Instagram. So let me share my screen with you. Let's see. Oh. Okay, can y'all see? Yes, okay. Let's see. So let's go to my Instagram. I need to move this little guy. Okay. So this is my Instagram right here. Y'all are probably all friends with me on Instagram. I've probably met some of you through Instagram because I love Instagram. I use Instagram mostly for my business, but I obviously use other things too. But Instagram is so, so important. It's such a great way to grow your business and to talk to more people. Let me find y'all again. Hang on. Crap. I'm so bad at this, y'all. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I don't know if y'all can see me trying to do this. I am really technologically challenged. Okay. So, to find new people to add, I go to the Explore page. So this just says Discover People. So this is going to be like people that you're like friends with or people who you have like mutual friends with. Let me see if I can find it. It's kind of hard to do it on here, but so like there's like different people on this that you can go and follow. If you're on your phone, I can just show you. Hang on. Can y'all still see my face? Okay, hang on. I'm sorry. This is going to be a trial and error type of deal. Hang on. Let me see. Okay, can you see my face now?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm like learning about how to do this. Okay. So if you go to your Instagram, this is what I wanted to show you, if you can see. Okay. If you go to this search button down here at the bottom, you can see all these different people right here. And if you see a picture of, you know, it's like a bright picture, it's a picture of like girls, or maybe it's even a video, and, you know, it's something that kind of catches your eye, it's a bright picture, it's like this. Like that one in the middle right here, that one catches my eye. So I'm going to go to that person's profile, and that picture has 344 likes. That's a lot of likes, but that tells me that that person's probably not famous. So it's not like some person who would never follow me back. So I'm going to go and I'm going to follow her. Okay, then I'm going to go to that picture, and I'm going to click on the likes. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to follow those people who were on there. And I'm going to go and follow everybody as long as they are a girl. That's all that I really care about right now. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that they're a girl, that they have, you know, like an actual profile picture. If it's like a black circle, or if it's a picture of a cat, probably not going to add them. But I'm just going to skim through this and seriously go through super quickly. I'm not going to go through and like look through every person's profile before I add them. I'm just going to add them. So, hang on just a second. Okay, so, okay. Can everybody make sure that they're muted? Just so we don't have any background noise. Just make sure that your microphone's muted. Okay, anyway, so I'm just going to go through, and that's one way that I find people to follow, is through that. Because if that person, that girl looks like she's probably about my age, so we probably have friends who are going to like our pictures about my age, okay? So that's one way that you can follow friends. That's something that I like to do. I have to be careful on that explore page because I can easily get like super distracted and just start like looking through people's stuff and like stalking people I don't know. But I'm like, okay, no, I have to focus. I'm doing this for a purpose. I'm following people on Instagram. So then when you follow all these people on Instagram, that's one way that you can do it. Another way is to search a hashtag. Something like boy mom is a good one to do. Because you know that moms are going to be a girl, and you know that moms are somebody who could use this business. Some of you are moms. Some of you are doing this because you're a mom, because you're doing it for your kids. And so you have all these pictures of boy moms, or you could do a girl mom if you have girls, or if you have twins, you could do twin mom, or, you know, moms of twins or whatever. That's actually how one of the top income earners found her upline. She found her through Instagram, and that girl enrolled her, and now she's a top 75 income earner, top 40 income earner, I think. So anyway, going to things like that where you can go and find moms, hashtagging those types of things. Another really cool thing that I like to do is if I pick like a city or something, I'm like, you know, I really want a distributor from Washington. So I'm going to go and look up, you know, like Google boutiques in Washington, because boutiques are girls, right? Most people that like boutiques or that follow boutique pages are girls. And although, like, I have a lot of guys on my team, but my main target is girls, just because I can relate to them a little bit more, and just because there are more girls than guys in the business. But there are so many guys who are successful in this business. It's so cool. Like, this business is for everybody. But for me personally, I'm not going to go and actively look for guys because they're not going to be quite as open to the business usually. So my main target and my main audience is women over the age of 18, and that's usually, you can find a lot of those at boutique pages. So I'll go and Google a boutique in Washington, okay? So let's say, you know, something comes up, we will find a name, and then I'll go and like look up that name in Instagram under the search thing. And I will go and find that boutique, and then I will go to the second picture. Okay, that's super important. Write that down. This second picture, you don't want to go to the followers of the boutique page, and that's because They could be ghost followers. You don't know that they're actually like an active account. It could, one, be a fake account, or two, it could be someone who's never on Instagram. You don't want that, because then they're never going to see your pictures. They're never going to see your messages. Okay, so you want to find someone who's active on Instagram. So by doing that, or to do that, you're going to go to the second picture, because the first picture is going to be posted more recently and it's not going to have as many likes. The second picture is still super recent, within probably the last couple of days, and there's probably more likes on there. So you know that, one, you're going to be able to contact a ton of people through that. Two, you're going to talk and contact people who are active on their Instagram. If they've liked a post in the last couple of days, they get on there, and they get on there recently. So go on there, follow people that are on that second picture. If you run out of people, say there's only 100 likes, you follow everybody that's a girl that actually has like a pretty normal looking, like just their name and their picture looks normal. That's all we're worried about. You're going to follow them really, really quickly. If you're finished with all of that, go back through, find someone whose profile is public. So you've already followed them. You don't have to request to follow them. You're already allowed to follow. Go through and go to that person's page. If it's somebody like, say there's a woman on there with a kid, they they have like a kid in their profile or whatever. It's a bright picture. Go to that person's page, go to their second picture, follow all those people. Continue to do that until Instagram blocks you. They will literally say you are not allowed to follow people anymore. And like, you'll try to follow people and they'll turn it white again. And like, that is what I do every single day. And here's the thing, guys. Yes, I do this full time. Okay. And like, yeah, it's easy for you to look at me and be like, well, of course she can do that. Like, she has all the time in the world. Yeah, I do. But just know that I haven't always had this time. Like, it works has given me this time that I have. And so I've been doing these things consistently for the past year and a half before I was even, doing this full time. So by doing these things consistently, that's what got me to this place, and I just continue to do them. What I'm telling you right now is nothing new. It's nothing that I started since I started doing networks full time, since I retired from my job. This is something I've been doing for the past year and a half. So following people, you can follow people while you cook dinner. You can follow people while you watch a movie, because it's so mindless. You can totally watch a movie and understand what's going on while you're following people. You can, if you're eating dinner by yourself, instead of just like scrolling through Facebook, follow people on Instagram. If you are, I don't know, watching Netflix, do it. Like, I follow people then. If you're riding in the car, like on a car ride, like a road trip or something, follow people on Instagram. Like, there's so many times throughout the day that you can do that while you're on the toilet, because we all use the bathroom. Follow people on Instagram. So I don't want you to think that you have to like do this every single time you do one of those things, but those are some ideas to give you so that you can understand that like, you don't have to just like carve out 30 minutes of your day just to follow people on Instagram. This is something that you want to work into your life, okay? So when people add you back, okay, because my profile is on private, because whenever I follow people, they have to request to follow me before they're allowed to follow me back. If you want more information about that, I have a YouTube video. Go watch it. It's called How to Work Your Instagram. Gives you more information, because that's not exactly what this is about, but I like it to be private so that people have to follow me back to see what I post. They can't just look at my profile and be like, oh, okay, whatever, and judge it automatically and then choose to not follow me. So this way I get a lot more followers, because if somebody random follows you who you don't really know, you're probably going to be like, who's that? Oh my gosh, and ask to follow them back, right? Yeah, so that's why I do that. So now I followed people today, and I have a couple of requests of people to follow me back, okay? So when I sift through these requests, I'm just going to look through, and I'm going to make sure, like this girl right here, she actually doesn't look like she's 18. Okay, she looks a little bit younger, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her follow me, but I'm going to unfollow her. So she can still see my posts and reach out to me if she's interested, but I'm not going to actively pursue her because she looks like she's too young. this girl right here, it says Texas A&M, ZTA. She's a sorority girl. She's obviously old enough. And I'm going to scroll through. She's not a networks distributor. I can tell that by her first, like, 10 pictures. So I can go like this, not a networks distributor, accept, and go to the next one. Exact same thing. So over and over again, all the things I'm looking for, not over the age of 18, not a networks distributor. If I can see that immediately, I will be like, okay, yep. And this takes me like 2 seconds. You'll get really quick at that and knowing who is, who's not, if they're 18, if they're not. Sometimes I will think someone is like in college, and I texted this girl, I messaged her. She's in middle school. Oh my gosh, like what happened to the awkward stage? Because they do not have those anymore, y'all. Let me tell you. I was like, what? How are you in middle school right now? Like, you look better, like your makeup is better than mine, and you are in middle school. Like, I'm pretty sure I put lip gloss as eyeshadow in middle school. So you have to be careful of those because there are some of them that look like they're 25. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to share my screen with you again. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I post. Okay, so some things that I post, obviously some before and afters. This is the before and after of defining gel. So I'm going to post before and after. This is another type of product picture right here. It's just somebody talking about, it's talking about like the hair, skin, and nails. You can create these pictures. I created this picture with, I looked on Pinterest and looked up girls with long hair. And then I used the app Word Swag, and I added that part at the top because it's even got my website up there. So I post different some different product pictures, but I delete before and afters after 6 hours. So, or about that. So whenever, like probably tomorrow morning, I'm going to delete this before and after. And here's why. Because I'm going to go to this picture, I'm going to go to the likes, and I'm going to make sure that I either screenshot like the list of the likes, or I'm going to go ahead and text private message every single person who liked my post and then delete it. Because when you go to my profile besides that picture, look, if you started right here, do you automatically see that I'm a networks distributor, that every single thing looks like an ad? Like, does it look bright? Does it look exciting? Do I look like a normal person? I think so. That's what I try to go for. So I want it to look like a normal person. Like, I want it to look exciting and happy. So I post before and afters, but I delete them after a little bit. I post stuff that It Works pays for. I posted about my coffee this morning. I talked about how I was going to the gym, how I was super excited to get, fit for the day. And then I posted about how It Works bought my coffee this morning. Guys, it does not have to be anything big. You don't have to say It Works bought me a new car. You don't have to say It Works bought, paid for my tuition. You don't have to say It Works bought me a vacation. It does not have to be anything big. Literally, It Works bought my coffee. That's all that I had to say, okay? And then I can say something about It Works has allowed me to go shopping again and not have to worry about money, little things like that. So talk about what It Works pays for. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes again to make sure I don't forget anything. Make sure that you post about you using your product. So right here, I'm using the greens. I drink my greens every day, so I like to take a picture really often of me drinking my greens, or me, like I'll do a snap, or I'll do a, like an Instagram story of me pouring my greens or whatever, because people see those, and you can see how many people see those. It'll tell you the number of views. Let's see, I talked about before and afters. Post your personal before and afters. If this thing would load, it would show you that I've posted mine recently about my weight loss, because those seriously get like 150 likes every single time that I post it, because people are blown away that that's actually me, that it's actually me who had those results. And so people can't argue with your own personal results. They can argue with, Betty Sue from across the world, and she had really great rap results. They cannot argue with your personal rap results or whatever with the products. I have rap results. I have my weight loss results all on my Instagram. So, like I'll talk about me, talking to people. Let's see what this says. I think this is one of them. Yeah, okay, well, this is kind of what I was talking about, but, like, I love socks and cozy blankets. This is my office view for the day, which makes it that much more perfect. 10:30 a.m. and I'm still in bed changing lives. And so like stuff like that, or and like obviously, you know, most of you have other jobs. You can do that on a Saturday. You know, if you have Saturdays off, or if you have a random Thursday off, if you're working retail, tell people, show people that's your office view, that you make money on your day off. Most people don't like days off because that means that they're not making money. You do make money on your days off. On Saturday, you know, your office view is not a retail job. It's not serving. That's what I did. So even on a Saturday, if you had posted that, say you have a 9 to 5 job Monday through Friday, but you told me you had Saturdays off, I would be so excited about that because I had to work every single Saturday. The Zoom just said it's going to kick us off in 10 minutes. So if it kicks us off, log right back on just the way that you did before. Okay. So, into the same exact Zoom and everything, and then we'll continue. Let's see. Okay. So talk about what you use. Talk about how you're talking to potential loyal customers and potential distributors while you're doing a daily activity. Say things like, you know, I'm at my son's soccer practice and I'm talking to 2 girls about this business. Because here's the thing, people think that, you know, they have to have like 17 hours a day to work this business, and they don't understand that you can literally work it anywhere. You can work it at your kid's soccer practice. You can work it while you're making dinner. You can do it while you're watching your favorite TV show. You can help someone sign up on your team while you're doing homework. Show that. Like, you don't have to be retired all the time. Like, you don't have to be retired to show people that you can, you know, that you can work this business. Like, it's almost an advantage that all of you have, that you also work another job, because it just proves to people that you can do that. You know, that you can work your business. Can y'all see my screen still? Okay. So anyway, so you can show people that you can still work your business while you're living your normal life. Okay, so I also post stuff besides just at work stuff. I post food. This had nothing to do with at work, so just said something about Chipotle, like who else loves Chipotle. I did a post right here. It's just a verse. So I like to do quotes, flowers. This is just a funny quote that I found because that's my life right there. Talking about like trying to diet. Just places. A lot of these had nothing to do with it works. So post, we say like all like the F's, like 5 F's or whatever. So fashion, friends, fun, family, food. I like to throw in flowers because they're super colorful. They make your Instagram look really nice. You can also post quotes, verses, coffee, food. I think I already said that. I just love food, so you can post a lot of that. You know, whatever you want to post, like just post about your life, because that's what you did on social media before you joined this business. That doesn't change. You just throw other posts in there, okay? So it does not have to be all it works. It should not be all it works. Okay, so whenever I message people, I send, a lot of y'all have asked me this, so like if they liked this post right here, this post of my before and after picture, I'm just going to message them and I'm going to say, thanks so much for the love on my page, are you interested? And I'm going to say their name at the beginning. So I'm going to say, hey, so-and-so, thanks so much for the love on my page, are you interested? And then they'll say yes, or they'll say no, or they won't respond. And either way, that's fine, because I did my job of getting the word out and reaching out to them. And what they do with that is up to them. So I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to get frustrated if they don't respond, because that's okay. Someone's going to. And right here, I only have 14 likes on this picture, because you usually don't get as many of the before and afters. You don't get as many likes. And so with all those 14 people, I'm going to message all 14 and get no response. And that's okay. So just know that going into it, that it's going to be okay if you don't get a response. Then with something like this was a business post. It was talking about the business. It was talking about hope. It was talking about the freedom that this business can give you. 71 likes. I'm going to reach out to all 71 of those people, and I'm going to tell them, I'm going to say, you would be amazing at what I do. Or I'll text them and say, like, girl, we need to get you started with what I do or whatever. I try to make it personal. I try to give them a compliment. I look at their page and I'm like, oh my gosh, they have so many friends. They're always posting pictures with their friends. They'd be so great at this. So I'll text them and be like, girl, you seem to have so many friends. Like, you'd be absolutely amazing at what I do. And I'll reach out to them and I'll tell them they'd be so good because of this. Or I'll tell them, you know, girl, I need to get you started with what I do. They like all of my pictures. They're obviously on Instagram all the time. They literally like all of my posts, and I will reach out to them and tell them. So those are pretty much all that I do whenever I message people. Sometimes I'll change it up a little bit, but if I see someone, now here's the thing, if there's someone who likes a business post and they I go to their profile and they are very negative. They have super dark, blurry pictures. They have like 21 followers. I'm not going to message them and tell them that I think that they'd be good at what I do. I'm just not. They're not a positive person. They don't take high quality pictures and they have 21 followers. They're probably not going to be very good at what I do, honestly. Unless, I mean, they could be. But I'm not going to reach out to them because I'm not going to say that to everyone. I'm only going to say that to people that I genuinely believe that about. And that's another thing. You have to be genuine in your compliments and genuine in your reaching out to people. Let's see if you can see this. Hang on. I got to figure out how to get back on here and get you to see me and not the thing. Oh, okay. Can you see me now? Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all really quick a cool tip. If you just joined, Michaela, I think you joined after I said this. Instagram or Zoom is about to kick us off. So, if it does kick us off, just join back in on the same Zoom with the same ID and everything as before. Just join right back in and we'll go ahead and get started again. Okay, so I'm going to send a new text, okay? Oh, can y'all see? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to send a brand new text, and here's a cool thing that you can do. It's called text replacement. So I don't know if you have an iPhone or if you have an Android. If you have an Android, I don't know how to do this or if you can do this, but I do know if you have an iPhone, you can. So if you have an iPhone, if you're on your phone right now, write it down, write down the steps, because I don't think this thing is going to let me show you. But write down the steps. If you're not on your phone, if you're like on a computer and you have your phone sitting there, do this with me and so I can show you. So go to settings on your phone, go to general, and then go to keyboard. So on an iPhone, it's settings, general, keyboard. Okay, and then the second thing down says text replacement right here. Okay, so I have all of these text replacement. So whenever I have a conversation with someone, I can literally type out what I wrote for that like shortcut, and it will write that whole thing out so that I don't have to copy and paste everything and so that I don't have to rewrite everything every time. For example, if I'm going to tell somebody, like, oh my gosh, I think you'd be amazing at what I do, like, I think you'd be so good, and I'm going to obviously change it and edit it, and I'm going to give them a compliment, I'm going to change it up a little bit, but the basis of what I say is going to be the same. So I'm going to literally type OMG, because that's the shortcut that I came up with for that. Okay, so OMG is all that I wrote. Let's see if you can see it. Okay. That's my text replacement, and it just typed all of that. So it says, hey, and then I'm going to add their name, like, oh my gosh, I think you'd be amazing at what I do. And then I'm going to tell them a compliment. I'm going to, you know, add on to that, but that's basically the gist of it, so I don't have to type that every single time. If I'm going to tell them thank you for the love on my page, I write FTL, so for the love. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, and then it changes it to that. Okay, then they're going to ask me if I tell them, you know, oh my gosh, you'd be amazing at what I do. They're going to say, what do you do? And I'm going to write me rep, okay, because if I write like anything else, I'm going to say it too much. It's going to put that in conversation. So I put me rep, all one word. This thing's about to kick us off, so just join back. It types all that out for me. So that's all I have to put. So it's so much quicker to have these conversations with people. So I can talk to 75 people a day if I wanted to, because I have such a cool way of like coming up with different stuff to say, and like using the text replacement saves me from having to like type everything or going and copy and paste and stuff, or sending the wrong thing to the wrong person and that type of thing. So it's super, super helpful. If you want to see my actual conversations with people, I have my YouTube video, how to talk to potential loyal customers and how to talk to potential distributors. Go look up those videos. Go watch those videos. If you've already watched them, go